Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share messages that get from Spirit for all of us who are all on this journey to love. And I have a couple of people that have requested to have channeled letters, but I can't get any response from the emails. So I'm just going to say your first names. One is Josephine, and one is Andrea. So one letter for Josephine and one letter for Andrea. And both of you, I haven't been able to get any response from the emails. So if you could email me on divinelovecrystalgrid@gmail.com, then I can, I just need your twin's first name, and then I can do your letters for you. So that's Josephine. One is Josephine and the other is Andrea. Okay, so today I'm going to share a power of love, and this weekend my twin contacted me. I kind of knew that he was going to because it's Glastonbury weekend, and we ended up being back in, I don't know, 5 years ago, we ended up at Glastonbury together, and it was the year that the Dalai Lama went, and the Dalai Lama waved at us as he was going past in the car, and we ran following his car up to the sermon on the mount when he did the sermon about being happy. And so and I hadn't been in contact, I hadn't been in contact with my twin for a couple of weeks, and then then yesterday, I can't remember now the days, but he contacted me, and he was just like, we also saw a gig that we went to as the Chemical Brothers, and he was just being super lovely and just saying, that's the best gig that I've ever been to, and let's go again, and let's go to Glastonbury together next year, and like all of these, like, he was being really cute. So just know that the power of love is great. It is out there. It does work wonders. When I went to Glastonbury, there's like about 180,000 people there or something like that. And anyway, I just, unbeknownst to me, this is why the universe manifests in many unbelievable ways, but even that I had done a future life regression where I had regressed myself to look at the future, and I had seen myself at Glastonbury with my twin. But at that point, he didn't have a ticket, and there was like no way that you can get tickets. It's a ticketed event, and it's all photographed and everything. Anyway, so at the time, I lived with a flatmate who turns out had the same colour eyes as my twin, these hazel eyes. And unbeknownst to me, my flatmate gave my twin his ticket. Because he had broken up with his boyfriend, so he wasn't going to come. So anyway, so the power of the universe was just unreal, because I was like, so basically my flatmate gave my twin the ticket. So that was the first miracle, because I was like, how is he even going to get to Glastonbury? Anyway, that happened. And then I find myself in Glastonbury sat next to this girl who was a friend of mine. The sister of my friend's boyfriend, right? And so I'm sat chatting to her, and anyway, it turns out that she knows my twin of all of the people, because she starts talking about this place where they go skiing, and it was the same place that my twin has a place where he skis, and she just happened to say his name, and I was like, oh, you mean this person? And she was like, yeah, how do you know him? And I was like, well, he's coming now. She was like, no way. So out of these 180,000 people, it was just like the weirdest thing. It was like one of those weekends that was just so, outer worldly in every way. It was just bizarre. And like, of all of these like thousands of people everywhere, I just kept, but it was just weird. We'd just keep walking, like we'd go to different things, but then we would be walking, and then we'd suddenly be next to each other, and it would be like, oh, how are you? Normally you never manage to bump into the people that you're even with, let alone not even make a plan and suddenly be walking the same way and then look round and, oh, you're next to me. It's just so, yeah. So miracles do happen. Believe in the miracles. It is real. It's not all make believe, because it really is real. And it was really, yeah, it was really very sweet, very lovely. Um, and just to remember that the universe will transpire to bring you together when the time is right, when the universe's plan has that in store for you, then, you know, you don't have to make it happen. Basically, it happens for you. So that is the message very strongly, because yeah, that kind of like it's all been made me remember everything this weekend. And my twin was just being really lovely and just saying that that was the best, like when we went. And yeah, it was just, yeah, just to see, like he's never said that before, so I was kind of like, oh wow, I didn't realize that you felt like that, but that's cool. so yeah, so let's just gonna see what the power of love is doing for us today. So what is the activation that we need to know? But the point of that, me telling you that, is just to know that how keep holding your vision, right? Because the universe will transpire to make it happen for you. You really don't have to do anything, because in that case, you know, I had seen that my twin was going to be coming to Glastonbury with me, because I'd seen us in a tent in Glastonbury when I'd done the future regression. But I had no idea. He didn't even have a ticket. He didn't have, and at that point, I don't think we were even in contact. I was living in Gozo in Malta. He was here. There was just no way. And then suddenly all of this happened against all of the odds, you know, against all the odds. It all came together. And so that's why it's super important to hold the vision, right? So the message is, now that your blinders are coming off, you are able to see the world and beyond the physical through your spiritual vision. You are embracing the sacred mission, which is the reason you agreed to participate in this dimension. You can envision a universe so vast, beautiful, and spectacular that miracles are a part of your everyday experience. Yeah, exactly. Your higher intellect has been stimulated, and you can recognize the higher essence of other souls and know their lessons. You are able to grasp the difficult lessons of grief, loss, and sorrow, seeing them as experiences from which to grow. Spiritual guides, angels, and master teachers are drawn to you, whether you're aware of their presence or not. You have agreed on a soul level to be a conduit of deep spiritual truth, which you easily manifest into the physical. You have a strong intuitive sense of what you need to do on a large scale to bring your vision to the masses. This may be through the creative arts, such as writing, singing, painting, or speaking, or as a spiritual practitioner. As you embrace and live out your vision, you remind others how to dance to the tune of divinity and the oneness of being. Oh, wow. So cool. So 114, that's on page 114. So I will read that out. Another thing just to say is that after my twin being like super sweet and being really lovely, then of course I'm sure that it's like, then he freaks out, then he tries to say things that are just so outrageous that normally I would have got totally triggered by him, and just because then I can see that there's like, he's freaked out because he has been very cute, let's say. Now he's like, oh, I've been a bit more, he's exposed himself a bit more, so I can see that he's saying some like things that are just so ridiculous. I'm just like, okay. But that's why it's so good to be able to see, like it said, like that vision card, you know, right? Because you can see through it, and you can see the bigger picture, and you can understand, you can see people's reason, and you can understand human behavior, and it allows you to be so much calmer. in your response, because you don't like fluctuate with their, freaking out and getting all like, you just be calm because you're like, okay, I know this is okay. You're just going to freak out now because you've clearly told me how much that meant to you. And now you've freaked out that you've been too open, too honest. So it's all being able to see with a higher vision, isn't it? So trust, right? Trust for you. Trust in you, trust in your intuition, because no one else knows. That's the other thing. Only you know the interrelations that happen with you and your twin. It's only that connection. You can't really, no one else can really say anything. That's why it's always so much about your intuition, what feels right for you. Listen to your heart. It's your vision, it's your truth, it's your connection, right? So I just thought it's hilarious. So 114 is the letter. So let's just have a little look. And David Bowie is on tonight. So David Bowie, 9:30. Oh, it's on Glastonbury coverage. So, because of course we don't have the festival this year. So for those in the UK, you can see it. I'm not sure about international, but so, and it is. I want you to know that I've been an utter fool. I realise this now. Well, actually, I've always known that I've been shying away from our connection because I was afraid of it. Afraid of the strength of feelings that I had for you, and so quickly. It surprised me and defied all logic. So it totally freaked me out, but I haven't stopped thinking about you. I see your smile in my eyes. I feel your heart in my heart. I wish for you in my dreams. You are everywhere around me. It seems that everything I look at or hear or see reminds me of you. Everything always comes back to you, like a circle of love that is etched in my heart. No matter which way I turn, I always come back around to you. Trust in me that I can make our love a reality, that we can be together in this life, holding each other, caring for each other, loving each other. How lovely is that? So just like I was saying, I was afraid, and then like the toddler, a few steps into the water and then like goes running back, a few steps into the water but running back, but eventually they do fully embrace and love that water. So, and water is symbolic of your emotions. So there's a million things that I'd like to say. There's a million things that I'd like to do. There's a million places I'd like to go with you. Our bucket list is getting longer and longer. Everywhere I go, and I think that you'd love it, I add it to our list. Know that our life together really is going to be remarkable. We will not let anything stop us from living in the moment of pure joy and unconditional love and bliss. Trust me when I tell you that we are going to live every day as if it's our last, and every day I'm going to tell you how much I love you and how my life couldn't be made more special since you came into it. You are pure divine love. So keep holding that vision. Keep holding it. Just trust that everything is in perfect divine order for you. So I can't believe how far we've come. I know that I falter at times, but it's because sometimes I just feel it's too good to be true. That how can this all possibly be real? The whole created together thing, the other half of my soul, it's more magical than any fairy tale that I could ever have even dreamt of. So that's why I go into doubt. It's only really briefly, because then I snap out of it and see the wonder of the journey and all these incredible signs that the universe are bringing to keep me on track. It's just so mind-alteringly surreal. Our love is magical. Brilliant. So our love is magical, this journey is magical, and then just to finish it off, the beautiful signs that spirit bring to you. My twin this morning sends me another link to a virtual Glasgow experience that they're going to do next weekend for Shangri-La. And I looked at the lineup, and of course there is my twin's namesake on in the lineup of the DJs. So, and it was just perfect. So 14 is the mantra for today. It is, I live in the essence and spirit of my true self. So I live in the essence and spirit of my true self. And your true self is obviously that vibration of pure divine love, the vibration of no fear, no doubt, no questioning. It is being true to your heart, staying true to you, staying true to the vision that you want to see for your life. And that's what we're all here to do, to hold true to the vision, to understand the bigger picture, to be part of a new wave of love going across the planet. So I just thought I would share that. So just remember, no matter what it looks like, anything is possible. Believe me, because in my connection, I have seen so many things, especially around the Glastonbury thing, that was just so unlikely. You just never in a million of years thought that would have happened. Like, it was just the most bizarre thing. Even the fact that my flatmate gave my twin his ticket. I mean, the whole thing was just, I was like, what? Because my twin was like, oh, I've got a ticket now. From who? Oh, your flatmate. I was like, what? So just remember, and then in 180,000 people, I'm sat next to a person that is in the same ski resort, knows my twin. So these are the things, just who turns out to be the sister of my friend's boyfriend. I mean, just crazy, crazy connections, So the universe will conspire to bring everything together. So trust, really, really trust, because it will happen. It will happen when it's meant to be. Remember, there's a divine plan. We're all part of it. We're all growing. We're all moving into more and more of this love vibration. And that is creating more and more miracles all over. So I do hope that helps. And if you want a healing, a reading, a channel letter, all my details are in the description box. All of my books are available on Amazon. So in the meanwhile, stay well, stay bright, and stay switched on to the light. Take care.